Hi, you're looking in on a foreigner living in the Philippines. This is Beth, the wife of Terence, a foreigner who lives in the Hilltop community here in the Philippines. So hope you're going to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Enjoy and God bless! That gravel there is the remaining on the gravel that we ordered on the bridge. So we ordered as what the estimate of the workers that possible be used on the bridge, and it's more than what they expect. But still, the gravel is still in use because we're gonna put that on the part that is muddy, full of mud. So we can't able to pay workers to do that. So we just do step by step on those part that we think it really need badly on gravel. So we didn't expect that the road is the the part that needs more improvement. We thought it's the bridge because the hills there, the rice field there, once there's a heavy rain, all those rice fields covered by water. Because before that rice field is a creek, but then my father cut all those trees and made it into cut all the trees and get out all the stones and made a rice field. But before, from what you can see, that rice field up to there is it's a creek. It's the continuation of the creek here. As you can see, it's a lot of trees. So that's happens. Just imagine all of that are trees and soon of stone. But then my father, my late father, is really a hardworking man. So that's the result of his hard work, and we are the one who benefited from it. So for now, we're the one who work on the rice field, but we just pay people to planted it. It's 200 per person in just a day. But before I'm doing it, plant the rice field in the, but it's just really difficult. It's doing the planting is not easy, especially if it's very hot. It makes you busy. So here my husband instructing his co-workers to do more. That boy is just 10 years old. He's my nephew, but we treat him as an adopted son. He lives at Nanay, which is my mother, just a few yards from our house. His father is Manong, which, as you can see in the videos and our posting in Facebook, is one who works on this bridge that we have. He's one of the late workers. So as you can see, this kind of muds here, these are the soil that we covered up from this part. We cut from this area here. So Terence and I have been married 2 years and a half. and we've been here for 2 years in this community here. My mother owned uh, seven, uh, 7 or 8 hectares of land, which my father planted a lot of coconuts here, and also in the back area of this mountain is a lot of coconut there. So one of my family's source of income are the harvest of coconut. We have also some bananas and also the rice field, but mostly the rice field is just for consuming, for just consumption. So when we arrived, Terence and I, this is not this kind of road. It's just very, very tiny. Just enough for the bike and some sled of carabao. But then when we buy a motorcycle, we start bit by bit improving the road. And then when we decide to buy a truck, because riding in a motorcycle is a very, very tricky, especially in this rainy in this muddy area here, going out down to the road. By the way, we're 2 year out 3 to 4 kilometers away from the main road, and what you ride from the house to the main road is just all mud, it's just soil. And even if it's not raining, it's still very difficult because there are it's not a straight line, it's just up and down riding in the motorcycle. And believe me or not, it's when I ride a motorcycle with my husband, I always tell him my spirit detached from my body, because it's absolutely not a fun ride in the motorcycle. In fact, last few months, I think it's last May, my husband ride the motorcycle. Then in the back of his motorcycle is a sack of cement, and he fall. It's out of balance, and he got the left leg burn. And it's not fun to look. It's a big. In fact, my husband cannot always been complaining the pain. So that's why it's not easy. But as you can see, all these mountains, beautiful views, all has prices at return. But we're happy. We're content. I think there are just people who love in the on the hills, on the mountain, and other also loves on the beach. But we choose to be in the mountain because that's, aside from we are near on my family with my mother, it's also a breathtaking surrounding. So here's my husband trying to say something. What you gonna say, Han?
Well, as you probably might have realized, this was not our game plan for today. What we wanted to do was just reverse ever so nicely back onto the bridge and put some gravel in that other place, just on the other side of the bridge, which also drains off some mud. And why would we do that? To stop what's happened just now from happening over there, which did happen once, and we had to leave the truck in the dead of night and walk the rest of the way in the dark. Okay, so we were trying to avoid that. All of this is an ongoing work, and so it was never going to be an easy one, and it's not proving to be otherwise. So we're going to try another couple of bags in there to fill in those ruts, and then hopefully get back to what we really wanted to do in the first place, which is much the same as what we've been doing now, only possibly not quite such hard work. But it does entail coming back up and down a couple of times, so let's hope that what we're doing here is now going to be successful. We'll see.
Yeah, we just intend to put some gravel, all those muddy part, but it came out that the truck was stuck up on the mud, so it's a double work. It consumes a lot of time first with the truck on the mud. So we still continue to do some cement. We call that just do the cemented on the part of the tire, but it's not a lot we consume. So we're still looking for some donations. We made it happen and knocking the doors to the heart of those people who is willing to help and be part of our projects in our health community here. So maybe some others could connect or relate how it feels like to be on the area where you always expect some muds and some difficulties on riding. So Balulot now has no class because it's holiday, so we're glad he's able to help.
In the shovel corner.
He just have a little knowledge about understanding the English, but step by step he understands it. So hope it change even just a little bit on the mud, cover the mud. We put yesterday and then it seems that the other parts of the other gravels, the other small stones, was washed out last night. Last night is a heavy rain.
Shovel.
So Han, do you think it's a big help to put some gravel? What if we will be having a big rain tonight? Do you think it still continue? Or it's another work again tomorrow to cover?
At the moment.
Remember yesterday we put some gravel there? And now it's been washed out?
No, it's not washed out, it's just washed down more mud. Look over there, at the track there. You can see.
Yeah, some muds there are during the rain, during the heavy rain, it washed out.
Go over there and see, and you'll see that it's already draining water.
Yeah, here. So all the water from the mountains, it washed out up to here. So just to have a short walk, I'm gonna walk through the road that we made. So before it's just a very tiny path that we have, and then what we do is we pay the workers to do the shoveling and also the carabao to plow it. So now we have a wide road enough for the truck and some deliveries to arrive. So this is what happened. The water after coming out here, and it drain and it makes the road damage. So that's why we're hoping to cement it when we have funds to do it. So here's my body, sugar. That's coffee. So here's the road. Before we only have a road here, very small. We have a small path there, enough for the bike. And then decided to made a new road for it. So here, as you can see, this is all we cut up into a road by using the shovel. So it's a great work, fantastic work of the workers. And as you can see, it's still dangerous because if you're just a wrong drive, you will fall into the rice field. So these are the, as you can see, these are, it's not, you need to awake and not sleep when you do the driving here. So back into the place where my husband tried to put some gravel. So that's our house there, covered by some trees and coconut. So we're going home now. Yeah, I think you need to take a rest for now. It's enough work.
Okay, so we're going to try. We should be able to go down front ways, but of course then I've got the challenge of turning the truck around, which I have to do here. It's a very tight turning circle, and it has a high point over there, which makes it very difficult.
Okay. Pada plan, on yan na.
Gusto mo yung aeroan?
Here's sugar. Shh, on yan na. Shh, ayo. Shh. Shh, ayo, ay sa lagi. Ay sa, ambak sa. Unya na. Maliko pa. Here. Oh, finally, we can come home now. So, how was it? How was it, Han?
Good. You need to take